everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today I have filmed a get ready with me with my everyday makeup routine, so I hope you enjoy. This might look slightly different lighting and a position than the video is filmed in, and it's because I forgot to film an intro when I filmed the video. So I've redone my makeup, put on the same outfit, and I hope you enjoy. So I'm going to start with my primer, and I use the Becca Backlight Priming Filter. This stuff is insane. It literally makes your skin look amazing, and I'm really running low and I can't really justify buying a new one, so I'm trying to make it go as far as I can. So I'm just going to, see what I mean? I'm going to just sort of pat it in everywhere. Face primed, ready for foundation. So I'm just using the NARS Sheer Glow foundation, and I'm just going to pop a bit on the back of my hand, and then I'm going to dot it around everywhere so I look crazy. I'm going to take a fluffy brush and just buff it in. Some places I like stipple it and circular motions until it's all blended in. Next, I'm going in with the Collection Lasting Perfection Concealer in probably the palest shade they do. And I'm just going to put it on my spots and any sort of like marks or blemishes that I have. Which is a lot. Crazy. And then just going to buff it in again. I tend to pat more with this because I want the coverage. And I don't want to spread it everywhere, I just want it where I put it. So next I'm going in with the Revolution Conceal and Define. I'm just going to put this under my eyes and on my chin. Just to cover up my dark circles. And I just like a bit of lightening and extra coverage on my chin. I don't tend to put it on my forehead because I have quite a dry, liney forehead, and I find if I put too much stuff on it, it just looks horrible. So I tend to ignore my forehead. There you go, you know all about my forehead problems. Oh dear. And then again, just buffing it in. I don't think I've actually looked at the lens of the camera once. Sorry, I've not filmed a video in so long. But I'm trying to get back into it, and I thought what better way than filming me putting my makeup on. But now that it's all blended, it doesn't really look like it on the camera, but I promise in real life it is blended. So I'm just going to do a little bit more patting. I'm just taking some translucent powder and a big brush. I'm just gonna pat it under my eyes where I want that to stay. And then again, I don't want to be too dry, but I also want everything to stay in place. So, and then just wipe away, and that's my powder done. This is probably my favourite part of my makeup routine, and it's bronzer. I use the BH Cosmetics. I don't really have a favourite bronzer. Honestly, I just use anything. What I buy at the time. I've never really found one that I love the most, but this is what I'm using at the moment. You can see I've used it a lot. And this is kind of an unusual brush, but I love it for putting on my bronzer, so I just shake it off. That was such a horrible face. I just dip it in, shake it off, and then put a funny face and put it sort of like a contour, but also on top of my cheekbones, up here on my temple and under my chin, just to kind of where the sun would naturally hit, and then to hide my double chins a little bit. And then what I like to do is pop whatever excess I have on my nose. Obviously I don't want a muddy brown nose, but just like where the sun would naturally hit. Next up, I use a tiny bit of blusher. Again, I don't have a favourite blusher, I just pick up whatever I fancy at the time. This one's from Wet n Wild, on a fluffy brush. And just really lightly on the apples, or sort of just like after the apples of my cheeks, just to the back. Just to give me a bit of colour. Right, next up, I can't actually show you my highlighter because it has smashed, and I'm too stingy to buy a new one because it's perfectly good. So I have to open it on a surface, quickly like dib around in the broken bits, and then put it on. So I'll show you me putting it on, but I can't show you the highlighter. So I sort of like pout a bit and then just pop it on the top of my cheeks. and you can already see the light catching that. I'm sorry if the lighting's changing. I think I don't know what the weather's doing today. It's sort of chopping and changing between sunny and cloudy and raining, so we've just got typical English weather in the background. Okay, so that's my face done. That's what I do to my face makeup, and now my eyes is so simple today. I'm not going to put any eyeshadow on, any eyeliner, literally mascara, and do my eyebrows, and that is it. So my trusty eyelash curler, this one's from Primark. It's average for an eyelash curler, but I once sneezed while curling my eyelashes and pulled all of my eyelashes on this side out, and I did cry. It was traumatic. It really hurt as well, like pulling them all out. I can't even think about it. Mascara of choice is Maybelline The Falsies. I buy whatever is on offer, usually around £6. I sound so cheap in this video, but genuinely, like, that's just what I do. I have quite long eyelashes, they're just not very full, so I tend to just buy whatever says it's going to thicken them, and then whatever's on offer, and that's sort of how I work. I think putting on mascara is how I've got my forehead wrinkles, because I do this, and then a little forehead wrinkles. I don't know if you guys can actually see any difference. Let me zoom you in. You gonna focus on my face? There's my eyelashes. So I take a super tiny little angled brush. Let's do the typical beauty guru thing. There we go. You can see it. Thank you, camera, for doing your job. And then I take a brow like pomade thing. This is from Elf. It's okay. I'm just using it all up. And then I tend to dip it in and wipe the excess off. My brows are hit and miss on a day-to-day basis. I'm not the best at doing my brows, so we'll see how these turn out. I just outline and fill in as lightly as I can and hope for the best. So I'm gonna do that looking off camera because it could go hideously wrong. So the only time I've ever used Photoshop is that I took a picture. I think I was doing a get ready with me and I missed out a bit of my eyebrow, like there's this huge gap. And so the photo looked so nice, but I had this huge gap in my eyebrow. So I went on Photoshop and like coloured in my eyebrow and tried to match it. It just wasn't worth the effort, but I should have just filled in my blooming eyebrows properly. And then I take a brow gel and I just run it through my brows. This one's from Primark. I actually do quite like this. And I find this just helps me shape them and gets them to stay where I want them to. So last step I do is use a setting spray. This one's from Primark. It's the Glow Intensity Shimmering Setting Spray. And it is very like high pressure, so I tend to have to like squirt it somewhere else to brace myself and then squirt my face, like so. Okie dokie. Then I'm just going to put, this is the Soap and Glory Sexy Mother Pucker lip plumping lip gloss. I don't really like wearing lipstick. I find I keep having to reapply it. I'm conscious of it the whole time. So I either wear a lip balm or this and I'm good to go. So I'm just going to pop this on. It does tingle a lot. So this is it. This is the finished look. This is my everyday makeup routine. And I was going to do something with my hair, but I'm quite jigging the hairband, so I think I'm just going to leave it like this. I hope you've enjoyed. I know I have not filmed a video in so long, but I'm hopefully going to be back. Please check out my Instagram if you want to see more from me. I post on there every day. I post down stories, so please head on over. Bye.